Imagine this. The very investments meant to secure our teachers' futures are now draining millions from our local schools. Shocking, right? But here's where it gets controversial. Local school districts in Eugene and Springfield are grappling with a financial nightmare. This year, they've had to fork out significantly more for employee pensions than anticipated. The Oregon Journalism Project 揭露了背后的惊人真相. The state treasury is funneling pension funds into underperforming private equity assets. The result? These districts are shelling out millions more in pension contributions compared to last year, putting immense strain on their already tight budgets. This issue isn't confined to just Eugene and Springfield. It's a statewide crisis affecting Oregon's public employee retirement system. PERS. The crux of the problem lies in the declining returns on the state's pension fund investments over recent years. This shortfall has created gaping holes in district budgets, forcing them to cover the difference. According to a recent investigation, the state treasury's questionable investment choices are compelling school districts to cough up an additional $670 million in pension contributions over the next 2 years. To put that in perspective, that amount could have funded the salaries of 6,700 new teachers. These soaring PERS costs have led to significant budget cuts for the 2025-26 academic year in Eugene School District 4J, Springfield Public Schools, and Bethel School District. Come fall, students and staff will feel the pinch through reduced staffing, diminished resources, and scaled-back services. Let's break down the basics of PERS. Each year, school districts contribute to their employee pensions as part of payroll expenses. This money, combined with employee contributions, is entrusted to the Oregon State Treasury for investment. The goal? To ensure there's enough to cover all state employees' retirement benefits. But when investments fall short, districts are left holding the bag. State legislators often have to inject more funds into the state school fund to help districts meet their pension obligations. Another layer of complexity is Oregon's generous pension policy for employees hired before 2003. This policy mandates significantly higher contributions for these employees, creating a financial burden that will linger until around 2043, as reported by the Oregon Capitol Chronicle. The impact on local districts is stark. Eugene's 4J and Springfield Public Schools are facing the brunt of it, each budgeting for a $6 million increase in PERS contributions this year. Bethel School District, though not as severely affected, is still looking at an additional $1.2 million. It's important to note that the budgeted amount for PERS contributions can vary widely from the actual spend. For instance, 4J budgeted $47 million last year, but ended up spending only $41.3 million. The full financial impact won't be clear until the fiscal year concludes. Springfield and 4J are feeling the pinch more acutely due to their pension bonds, or side accounts, which are nearing their end. Like many districts, they issued bonds in the early 2000s to ease pension costs. The returns from these investments, managed by the state treasury, have also underperformed recently. Adding to the woes is the recent surge in payroll growth, fueled by hiring sprees with COVID relief funds. This has depleted the bond funds much faster than anticipated. Carol Samuels, a finance expert from Piper Sandler, highlighted these issues during a Springfield Budget Committee meeting. She noted that the state's pension investments were expected to yield a 14% return in 2022 and 2023, but only achieved 4%. On an $80 billion portfolio, that 10% shortfall is colossal. She also pointed out that the state's projected payroll growth rate of 10.8% every 2 years was far exceeded by the actual growth of over 20% in 2022 to 23, further draining the accounts. In a bid to alleviate some of the pressure, Oregon legislators passed Senate Bill 849 in June, providing districts with some relief to cover this year's steep PERS cost increases, saving them $168 million statewide. So, what do you think? Should the state treasury reevaluate its investment strategies, or is there a deeper issue at play here? Share your thoughts in the comments.